And hello everyone, my name is Lena KrupinA. The World Cup stage in Sofia has already started. It is one of the first big starts where a large number of top athletes arrived. How the tournament went, who is in the lead after the first day, where did some gymnasts disappear, and what strange things happened at the tournament I will tell in this video. And before we start discussing the competition, check if you are subscribed to the channel so you won't miss new videos. And if you want to be the first to know news from the world of gymnastics, then choose a social network in which it will be convenient for you. Join the Telegram channel, the group in VK, Facebook, and the Yandex Zen. I think many people know that YouTube is not monetized now, so I will be especially pleased if you support me. There are multiple options on how to do that in the description. Thanks in advance. On April 8th, the first day of the World Cup stage in Sofia started. A week ago, an international tournament was being held there, and you can see its results in one of the previous videos. The World Cup is a larger event, and accordingly, more gymnasts have decided to earn a rating. Of course, this is not a complete list of the best gymnasts, but at least something. Russian gymnasts have not performed much yet. Judging by the social media, they are preparing for the Lena festival, which will be held at the end of April. Belarusian gymnasts have come to the all-Russian competition in the Gymnastics of St. Petersburg and run programs there. Russia and Belarus still cannot take part in tournaments of this level, although Irina Viner recently gave an interview in which she said that new rules would be soon introduced in Russia and we would compete with each other according to our own rules. I don't know yet what it will be. I think we'll discuss it in a separate video as there will be more information. And Israeli gymnasts are still preparing at home. In general, there were initially more declared athletes on the tournament, but approaching the tournament, the gymnasts gradually disappeared from the list. From those who remained, we can already find out who and what place took after the first day. Today, the gymnasts performed with hoop and ball in the individual program. So according to the rating table, Boryana Kalein is now the leader. In general, it is not surprising that she is one of the only top athletes who passed both routines clearly without many mistakes. Knowing Boryana, this may not happen again tomorrow, but let's hope. In general, judging by our experience, Boryana always gathers better at home and performs well. For the exercises with hoop, Boryana was able to score 32.95 on the first day of the tournament, which is the highest score. She is followed by Sofia Raffaeli, an Italian gymnast. And to be honest, after Sofia's performance, it seemed to me that she was not in the best shape today. There was quite a lot of dirt and fuss. In the hoop, she did not do a risk, and the ball turned out also to be dirty, although without big losses. There is such a stereotype in gymnastics that juniors usually sag when switching to an adult program in the second season, but you can't say that about Sofia, and her season is not the second. Well, in general, she is still one of the leaders. Let's see how she goes with the excitement tomorrow and whether it is her emotions after all. It is impossible to perform good for a long time. Sofia's leotard for hoop also drew my attention. It seems to me not Italian style, but quite interesting. You can write in the comments what you associate such a leotard with. For me, it probably gives off something Russian. Third after the first day is another Bulgarian athlete, Stilyana Nikolov. And now Stilyana really shows very interesting gymnastics, despite the fact that it is difficult for some to perceive her, because she looks just like a junior. But personally, she catches me, and I like her programs. Today, not everything worked out. A very big mistake was made in the ball, with a jog and her appartus leaving the carpet. The hoop turned out much better, and without visible mistakes. In general, I think Stilyana is clear fixed in the leaders for the world gymnastics. The fourth was Evelyn Victoria Coxis, a gymnast representing Hungary. I remember this gymnast in the juniors, and now she started very well in the seniors. I can say for sure that she performed at previous competitions, but now she caught my eye, which by the way is probably due to the fact that there are not so many gymnasts. Fifth after the first day was Milena Baldassari. Milena seemed to have unpracticed programs. Maybe she needs more time to get the hang of them, and then she will make up for the mistakes and artistity. The hoop turned out worse for Milena today than the ball. Well, it also seems strange to me why the gymnasts of national teams perform in the same leotard for both apparatuses. Either they didn't have time to make it, or Italy has problems with sponsorship. I think it is the first option, because Sofia updated her leotards for both routines. The 6th place was taken by a US gymnast, Lily Mizuno, an interesting gymnast with an interesting appearance. I also didn't expect that she could rise so high, but the new rules make their own adjustments. It was not vain that she decided to try herself in the individual program. The 7th place was taken by Ilzhana Taneva, a well-loved gymnast of Kazakhstan, a very emotional and slender gymnast. I think it is understandable why many people like her. Polina Karika, one of the gymnasts of Ukraine, became 13th. She is still very young, but is apparently being trained as a competitor in her national team. Incredibly long legs in the style of Ukrainian gymnasts. It is true that it is still clear from the presentation of the gymnast that she is inexperienced. There is not enough artistry and reflection of the music, while there is a feeling that the gymnasts and music are not together. Although there seem to be accents and ideas that are visible in the dance steps, maybe it's not time yet. We will get acquainted with Polina and follow her developments in the seniors. According to the execution today, too, not everything worked out in the ball. A loss was made, while the leader of the Ukrainian national team, Victoria Onoprienko, also came to the tournament in Sofia. But today was clearly not a good day for her, and it also scares me a little how she is used in propaganda. Of course, I understand everything, and it's hard to say whether it's right or wrong, but I was extremely surprised by one of the videos that was shown in one of the breaks, where they interviewed Vika and showed military footage. As for me, it is a gymnastic competition, which is mostly watched by children, and this might be too much. Although it is possible that they decided to use Victoria as one of the sources of pressure on the West, I honestly don't understand why such a message should be made at gymnastics competitions. As for me, what they did at the Italy Cup was more reasonable. Write in the comments what you think about this, if it is too much with patriotism. Well, according to the performances, Vika came out clearly confident and charged, but apparently now there is no way to work properly on the programs, and errors come out from here, quite a lot of them. So it was not possible to path neither routine clearly, the ball or the hoop. Everything went according to a bad scenario, from the very beginning and till the end. At the end, out of the carpet. In general, the competition didn't start very well, and after the first day, Vika took only 32nd place, so she definitely didn't manage to catch on to the finals in the hoop and the ball. Let's see if tomorrow she will only focus on the performance and not on the interview. Kita Simure, whom we were waiting for, unfortunately did not perform on the first day, as they said on the broadcast, due to poor health, and as I understand it, there's a chance that she will still perform tomorrow, but let's see, I won't promise, I'm not Sumire. The tournaments really became an important event in the world of gymnastics, since on the first day the president of the International Gymnastics Federation, Morinari Watanabe, was seen in the gym. What caused such an appearance? I had an idea that he came to see the competition and how the competitions are without gymnasts of Russia and Belarus. The Russian Federation filed a protest against the decision to remove athletes from world-class competitions. And if you follow the news, the lodge of our athletes have already been admitted to international competitions. The federation won a similar trial, so it is possible that this will become a percent of other sports, including our gymnastics. But I do not accept the fact that he always comes to the opening ceremonies of World Cups, so if someone keeps track of these statistics, I will be glad if you tell me. Group exercises ended with an unexpected victory of the Greek team. In general, probably none of the groups went through all their programs clearly today. Everyone had mistakes and losses, just some had more terrible ones. So second after the first day was the team of France. Behind them is the Spanish team. Absolutely loved their leotards. Bulgaria became only fourth, also having a lot of mistakes, but their exercise with hoop is top notch. The fifth place is occupied by the Japanese team. The girls had a lot of mistakes with losses out of the carpet. And the last place after the first day is occupied by the German team. It will be interesting to see how the teams change ranking tomorrow. Well, while an international tournament was held in Sofia, in Russia, gymnasts of the Belarusian national team and some gymnasts of the Russian national team performed in St. Petersburg. So after the first day, Anastasia Salas is in the lead, though by a small margin. It was evident that today she was cautious, but this seems to be only her second start, so it is quite understandable. Very interesting new programs. My favorite is hoop. The second place is taken by Maria Pobedushkina. She has a lead of only 3:10, and the third place after the first day is taken by the gymnast of St. Petersburg, Arina Schenker. Tomorrow we are waiting for the continuations of both tournaments and medals all around. You can follow in St. Petersburg on a paid broadcast on the sports website. The link is in my social media, and you can watch the World Cup in Sofia on the Ring TV channel. This is a Bulgarian TV, and for Russia it is geo-blocked. But I told you here how to use a VPN, so you can enjoy watching them. Well, I'll see you after the second day here, so subscribe and remember that I love you all very much. And bye bye!